In this AlignMix video, you will learn how to update the data that you've imported into your AlignMix file. Now there's two ways that you can do this. The first way is you can go into data definition and delete all your datasets that have been imported, and then you can just import a brand new dataset without having to overwrite any data. So that's the first way, just simply delete everything and then import new. Or you can simply import a brand new dataset and overwrite existing data. So now let's do that. Click on File, Import, and then import your data. Select the file we want to use for our update and click on Open. So let's say we want to update the zip code based data that we have in this file. So let's click here on the back button and we're going to select tab 2. And what I need to update is actually the population data, and the population data is linked to a zip code here in column A. So click on Next, and now I'm pulling in the zip code to zip code ID, and the population is going to zip code data. And now we click on the Next button. Before we see the summary, we have to map our data, and the software knows that we already have data imported into this file. So it's basically doing a check here. So this new data set, it's asking if we're creating a new data set. And if we were creating a new data set, you would simply click on Next. But we are overwriting existing data. So we simply double click on this field here, and we want to overwrite our current population data. Click Next, Next again, and now we've updated that population data set that we have in AlignMix. And you can do the same thing at the account level. So let's say we're importing a brand new data set. You would do the same thing. You'd go to File, Import, import your data, select a file for import, and click on Open. This time we're going to import account data. And if you've already imported accounts with account IDs, then you can easily map all of your future data to that account ID. So we can pull over just the unique ID for that account and the new data set. So let's say I'm bringing in brand new numbers for sales for 2019. And I drop that here into numeric data and click on Next. And again, we get that same type of view here where the software is asking us what we are doing here. And if we want to create a new data set, you leave it as is. If you were overwriting existing data, you would click here and you would click on the data set you want to overwrite. And in this example, I already have sales 2019, but that's fine. I don't want to overwrite it. I just want to create a new data set. Click Next, Next again, and that import completes, and then you can click on Finish. Now, in data definition, you will see that we have two sales 2019s. And the reason we have two of them is because I chose not to overwrite it in that second import view. You can then choose either to delete one of these, rename it, or leave it as is. And there you go. You've just learned how to update imported account data and zip code data.